Short-term rentals are a controversial topic in Gig Harbor. For months, city leadership has been trying to determine how these rentals would operate in the city while balancing their potential long-term impact. Now that an ordinance has been passed, residents in the city are wondering what comes next. New legislation finally lays out how short-term rentals can operate in Gig Harbor. Gig Harbor City Council passed the ordinance during their Monday night meeting. The ordinance allows short-term rentals in all residential and commercial zones where dwelling units are allowed, and also restricts rental permits to one per person. The legislation was approved by a 6-1 vote.
So you could have...
with Councilmember Jenny Wook being the sole voice of opposition. Wook says there's a concern that short-term rentals would make home buying unaffordable in Gig Harbor due to absentee landlords buying properties.
And when houses are being bid on to become short-term rental businesses, the price of housing goes up, and it makes it difficult for school teachers and firefighters to be able to afford those homes.
Feels like home.
Meanwhile, Janet Lee and Diane Dahl both own short-term rental properties in Gig Harbor and work in real estate. Lee says most of the short-term rental property owners live in Gig Harbor, and that most get into short-term renting not to get rich, but to make ends meet.
It's not the wealthy that are doing it. It's the people who need extra income so they can stay in their houses, so they can pay their taxes, so they offer a room or, their house.
Wook also pointed out that having a rotating roster of tenants may disrupt the neighborly feeling in Gig Harbor.
When you have short-term rentals in your neighborhood, you don't have a neighbor, because that house next to you or across the street could have someone in it for 2 or 3 days, and then those folks would be gone.
But Lee and Dahl say Gig Harbor residents make sure guests feel just as welcome in the city, because that's the true culture of Gig Harbor.
We see people walking down the street from the STRs, and we chat with them and say hi, and other neighbors who don't have STRs do the same thing. I mean, Gig Harbor's a pretty friendly community.
Currently, the city has a moratorium on accepting new applications for permits for short-term rentals that was set to expire on March 12th. But with the passing of this new legislation, the moratorium will now expire on the 8th, and the ordinance will go into effect. From Gig Harbor, Lionel Donovan, King 5 News.